Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Shut Up and Read. Today I'll be doing a very special video, and that is to do my Q&A for 1K subscription, which, by the way, thank you guys so much for subbing to me, watching all of my videos, interacting with me, all that stuff. And honestly, like, I am just really shocked that I have made it to this milestone, and it's all thanks to you guys for getting me this far, essentially. And yeah, so I was gonna do a Q&A to celebrate this, as well as do a very casual unboxing, because I have a ton of mail. Like, I don't even know how to show you guys. Actually, you know what, hold on, let me just like film it really quickly on my phone so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Like, look at all of my mail, guys. I also have this gigantic box underneath there that is filled with stuff. I also have a suitcase there that is also filled with a ton of stuff. So basically, I have a lot of packages, guys. Yeah, that's all I can really say, so let's just get right into the video. So I asked people to send some questions on my Instagram, Twitter, as well as my YouTube community. I'm just gonna go through my YouTube community page first because I feel like I had less questions there. Also, because of time, I'm not gonna go too much into all of what each items are, all the books. What I'm going to do instead is I will actually include the Goodreads links for all the books down below, so you guys can check it out for a more thorough, detailed synopsis of all these books instead of me butchering all the plots. So that's what I'm going to do, and it's going to be very casual. I'm going to be casually opening this. I hope this does not be like a super long video because I don't have time. I'm too tired, guys. Okay, so let's start with the first question on my YouTube channel. You can't take all your favorite 5-star books with you. So if you had to get rid of 5 from your shelves, which 5-star books would they be? No cheating. They can't be the same series or by the same author. Question is, what are my 5-star books? Okay, so let's start off with this first package. I have this gigantic one from Book Outlet here. Oh, by the way, I injured my finger the other day, and it really hurts, guys. Like, my thumb is like kind of sprained, and it's been a struggle. Like, I did not realize how much of a struggle like not using a thumb was going to be. All right, so the 5-star books that I would not bring with me, I feel like one of them will be The Nightingale. I feel like that will be one that I don't know if I want to like bring with me. Okay, so the first book that I got is this one, Ruin of Kings by Jen Lyons. This one has been on my list for the longest time, and I found it on Book Outlet for I think it was like $5 or $6, and I was like, thank God, because on Amazon it was like $20. So huge steal. All I know is that this is an epic fantasy, and that's kind of all I know, to be honest. So really excited for this one. But also look at this cover. Anything to do with dragons too, by the way, which I'm assuming this one does, I am like must buy. So I'm very excited for this one. Okay, the next book that I got is this one, Circle of Shadows by Evelyn Skye. I just know that this is a fantasy as well, and I've heard some mixed reviews, but I was intrigued. She also wrote another series called The Crown's Game or something like that, and I liked the first book a lot, but the second one was not that great. But I was curious enough to give this author another try, so I decided to pick up this one. It was also, again, this is from Book Outlet, by the way, so these are all pretty cheap. I want to say like $5 or $6 for each book. Then the next book that I might get rid of, I can't decide anything else. Yeah, 5 books. What other 5 books do I have? Let me check, actually. Oh, I'll probably give away Redwall. I know it's like a childhood favorite of mine, but at the same time I feel like because it's a childhood favorite of mine, I don't know if that's a series that if I read it for the first time today, I probably won't give 5 stars. So I think I'm okay with getting rid of that one as well. Oh, I will also get rid of An Affair of Poisons. I feel like that one was really good, but I think thinking back upon it, it might have been more like a 4.5 star, I feel like. Oh, That Night I will also get rid of as well. I'm just like looking at my Goodreads right now to see like what my 5-star ratings are, because it's been a while. Yeah, I have a lot of 5 stars I feel like I can definitely get rid of, especially like my old 5-star reads I can definitely get rid of. Okay, so that definitely answered my questions. Next question, your favorite cheat food. That means I have cheat days, guys, which apparently I have every day is a cheat day. My next book that I got is Dark of the West by Joanna Hathaway. I've heard that this one's actually really good and that I will really like it based on my reading preferences, and this one has been on my radar for a very long time. Again, this is a fantasy, and that's all I know. This is gonna be like a super chill, like, I'm giving you like no synopsis. I am so sorry, but I also don't remember what these books are about because I've got these books so long ago, and these are just fantasy books. So this is the next book that I have. Then the next book is The Smoke Thieves by Sally Green. I thought I got this in paperback, but I guess I got this in hardcover. But yeah, this is the next book. I believe this one also is fantasy. Yeah, it has a shrewd princess, idealistic soldier, a radicalized servant, a streetwise demon hunter, and a charming thief. So it's 5 young adults, and there's like a stolen bottle of demon smoke. Sounds really good, actually. I think this is a very underhyped book, but once I saw this cover and I saw something to do like demons, I was like really intrigued by it. So anyways, this is my next book. The next two books that I got were A Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan. This one I've heard is really good, especially if you're a Virgo, which I am. So I was like, yes. And this is basically, I want to say like a memoir by this woman called Lady Trent. So it's like a fictional, non-fictional memoir, if that makes any sense. But it's all about dragons, and I'm really intrigued by that. And then I got Ashen Quill by Rachel Kane. This one is book 3, I believe. I want to say this is book 3 in the Great Library series. I have books 1 and books 2, so when I saw the 3rd one on sale, I was like, let me just pick it up. So these are the last 2 books that I got from my book outlet. First box, by the way. So my cheat food, fried chicken. Yo, I love fried chicken. Fried chicken is like my favorite. Okay, so this is the next one I have. This one is from Barnes & Noble. Next one that I got is The Bookish Life of Nina Hill by Abby Waxman. This one I have heard so many cute things about. So when I saw this on sale, like a while ago, I want to say like a month and a half ago, I was like very excited to pick this one up. So I'm excited for this one. This one's just like I want to say like a rom-com kind of book, like a chick lit rom-com, and it's supposed to be really cute. It's like a contemporary romance, and I am all about that these days, so I'm super excited for this one. Okay, my next question is favorite childhood book, not including Harry Potter. Well, that would probably be Redwall, that one, or Lord of the Rings. I feel like I read that when I was like in elementary school or early middle school. Anyways, this is my next package from Barnes & Noble again. The first one that I got is this one, The Kingdom by Jess Rothenberg. This one has been on my list for so long. It's supposed to be like a Westworld meets Disneyland kind of thing, where it's about this robot who somehow has developed these feelings and something to do with a murder as well, because she finds herself actually in some sort of murder trial for someone who had died. But the thing is, like, she might have some sort of attraction or feelings of love towards the person who was murdered, and the question is more like, can she actually have these feelings, because she's supposed to be like a Disney robot. So I've heard so many good things about it, and I'm really excited for it. Even though I watched like the first few episodes of Westworld, but I don't know, like, it didn't grab my attention enough, but I'm still really intrigued by the concept of these like robots or artificial intelligence developing actual feelings and emotions. So this book sounds really good for me. Then the next book that I got is Dragon Slayer by Duncan M. Hamilton. This is book 1 of the Dragon Slayer series, and of course guys, epic fantasy, dragons on there. Like, this is like my 3rd dragon book, guys, and I just started this video, so I am so excited for this one. Then the next book that I got, oh okay, I forgot I got this one. I got The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. This is another dragon book, guys. This is like my 4th one. Oh my god, all the dragons apparently. I don't know anything other than the fact that it's a fantasy and there's dragons in here, so I'm super excited for this one. What's the next question? Number 4, a character that you're most related to or made you feel seen in a book. I don't know if it's a character that I felt most seen in, but I definitely had one book that I felt like something I connected with the most, and that was The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X.R. Pan. But that wasn't really because of the character per se, it was more of the setting, and because it was set in Taiwan, and I'm from Taiwan. I mean, like, where my parents are, and I used to summer there all the time, so I know Taiwan very well, especially like Taipei, all that stuff. It's like northern part of Taiwan. So for me, that book really resonated with me just because I was able to picture everything that happened in the book, but not really on the character side. So I don't know, I mean, there's only some aspects to it that I was able to relate with. The fact that, you know, she's like half Taiwanese. Well, I mean I'm not half Taiwanese, but still, you know, like, we're both Taiwanese. Everything else, I don't know, but I would say that book was the one that I felt most seen by, I want to say. Anyways, the next package is from Amazon. So the first book that I got, I don't know, it was for Amazon Prime Day, and they had some like discounted stuff, so I got this one, Not Even Bones by Rebecca Schaeffer. This one's supposed to be, I want to say it's like a Frankenstein kind of book. It's supposed to be Dexter meets the Savage Song, and it's a dark fantasy. The reason why I said Frankenstein is because they're supposed to sell body parts on the internet. And this woman, this girl called Nita, just dissects the body after they've been acquired. But this book sounds really interesting, and I've heard Carrie just read it recently and she gave it 5 out of 5 stars, which I was like, yes, I'm excited because I just got this book and I cannot wait to read it for myself. And the next book that I got in the same Amazon package is, oh okay, yeah, I got the last book in Finale by Stephanie Garber. I had the first 2 books, so I figured I might as well just pick up the 3rd book. But yeah, so these are 2 books that I got in my Amazon package. Oh, this one has something to do with like a circus. I haven't read it at all, but I figured I'd just pick it up because I think it was only like, I don't even know, but it was really cheap on Amazon. All right, so my next question, number 5, TV show / movie you highly recommend everyone should give a shot. Oh, I have so many. First of all, Outlander. I literally just binge watched that. It was so good. Like, I watched the first 2 seasons years ago, but then it wasn't available anymore. I had to like pay for it, so I didn't want to pay for it. I was waiting for it to become available, and it was available every time I was outside of the country on Netflix, but every time I came back it was not available. So I forgot which episode I was on, and so I basically rewatched the entire second seasons recently, and then I got the Starz like 7-day free trial, and I binge watched season 3 and season 4 within like 5 days. It was amazing, guys. I was so proud of myself. Yeah, that one's like a really good one, but I feel like most people are watching it anyways, but like, it's definitely a show that I definitely recommend. Another show that I really recommend, I feel like people have like said yes to, and that is The 100. I feel like that's a show that people, I don't know, like I really liked it, but I do understand what people are talking about, because I feel like at this point it's like all those things where there's so many like miscommunication, and so because of all these miscommunications they keep fucking up, and if they actually talk to each other they'll be like, oh yes, we're on the same side, you know what I mean? So there's so many times they find each other on different sides, but at the end of the day they're on the same side. It's just like they don't know it at the time, and it's like so frustrating to read. So that's another one. Anyways, this next box I opened is from Barnes & Noble again. Apparently they had a lot of Barnes & Noble packages. The first one that I got is, oh, this is my most recent purchase actually. So I got Superman by Matt de la Pena. This one's from the Book Outlet book haul that just like the sale that's just going on right now. This is book 4, I want to say, in the DC Icons series. I have the first 3, so of course I was like, let me pick up this 4th one to kind of like add to my collection, and it's supposed to be about Superman, guys. That's like really all I know. Then I got A Nearly Normal Family by M.T. Edwardson. This one I was kind of debating about because I saw this on Book of the Month, and so many people though, after it was available and so many people have been reading it, they've been loving it. Like I see so many good reviews about it that I was kind of intrigued to pick it up myself, so I decided to 50% off, might as well. And all I know is that this is some sort of like thriller mystery, and I'm gonna go in blind because I don't like knowing too much going into mystery thriller novels, so that's all I know about this one. Then I got, oh, I'm so excited for this one, guys. I got the paperback of Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J Maas. I finished the first 3 so quickly, guys. So good. This is the only one that I was missing, and I just haven't had the time to pick it up yet, so I'm so excited for this one to continue. It's like a very long novella, but I am so intrigued. Anyways, I love reads, guys. Then the next book that I got is Birthday by Meredith Russo. I'm actually really excited for this one because I loved her first book, If I Was Your Girl, and that one was so good, guys. I think I did a review on it, or I talked about it in my previous videos. I will link that above or somewhere for you guys to check it out, and I loved that book. It was so good. So when I saw that she was writing another book, I was so intrigued to pick this one up, so very excited to have this one in my collection. Then I also got, oh okay, The Mother-in-Law by Sally Hepworth. This one's also another, I want to say like a domestic thriller mystery novel, and that's kind of all I know, but I've heard some good things about it as well, so I was really excited for this one. And then I got Midnight Beauties by Megan Shepherd. This is book 2 of Grim Lovelies. Grim Lovelies, I think I gave like 3 or 4 stars. It was good, and I feel like it was a really good setup to the sequel, so by the time it ended I was so intrigued to pick up the second one, and I kind of wanted to wait until I had the paperback, but I couldn't wait, and it was like 50% off, so I figured why not just pick it up now and just add it to my collection. So I'm actually really excited for this one. Anyways, next question. If you could visit any fictional world, what would it be? If you live in any fictional world, what would it be? And Harry Potter cannot be your answer to any of them. So where would I visit and where would I live? Oof, that's a really hard question. I would love to say Harry Potter. Okay, so then my next package was from Macmillan. Oh, this one just came today, so I don't know what this one's about actually. So this book is Foul is Fair by Emily Kappen. This one's an ARC and it comes out on February 4th, 2020. I have no idea what this book is about, but I got it from Wednesday Books, and it says over here, I Kiss Mac, Lilia Screams, Connor Falls. One down and the rest must go. It's supposed to be a scorching and cathartic retelling of Macbeth for the Me Too era. Well, that sounds kind of intriguing, so I'm kind of excited for this one. Okay, back to the questions. Where would I live and where would I visit? I have no idea, guys. Fictional world. Oh my god. I would love to live in A Court of Thorn and Roses. That would be so good. Like that whole world. Like now Tamlin, but with Rhys, guys. I would love to live there. Like I would love to live in the Night Court, guys. Like not the other courts, okay? The Night Court specifically, I feel like they're the ones who are most tolerant of humans, by the way. So I definitely want to live there. And there's Rhys there, and there's Cassian, and everyone, guys, I just love them all. Oh, the next package that I'm opening right now is from Book Outlets. Okay, the first book is The Boy on the Bridge by M.R. Carey. I got the first book recently, which is The Girl with All the Gifts, and that one sounded really good. So I saw that there was actually a sequel, so I figured I'd just pick it up and just get it for myself. Then the next book that I got is this one, Ship of Smoke and Steel by Django Wexler. This one's supposed to arrive in one of my boxes, the one that like I subscribe to, Whimsify. Oh my god, that one was like, I don't know what happened, and this is one of the books that I think this is the first book that I was supposed to get, so I was waiting for this for the longest time. Never arrived, guys. That's a whole other story. So anyways, I'm really excited for this one. This one's going to be, I want to say it's like a quest about a ship. It's going to be like a ghostly ship, I want to say, and it's a fantasy book. I could be wrong though. It's been a really long time since I have read the synopsis for that one. The next one that I got is the final book for The Towering Sky by Katharine McGee. This is book 3 in the series. I figured I just added to my collection because I have the first 2 books already. I haven't read it yet, but I'm really excited for it. Also, it's set in New York City, which I'm really excited for as well. Then I got The Cage Queen by Kristen Cicerelli. This is book 2 of the last Samsara. I think this is book 2, but it says companion. So I don't know if it's like by the same characters or something like that, or if it's like a follow-up or something like that, but I'm excited for this one. It also has something to do with dragons, so dragons, guys. Okay, then the next book that I got is As She Ascends by Jodi Meadows. This one I am so excited for as well. This is book 2 in the Fallen Isles trilogy. I have the first book, so of course I was like, let me just pick up the second one, and I don't know, it's like a fantasy. I want to say something to do with like mythology for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm really excited for this one. Then I got The Cursed Sea by Lauren DeStefano. This one is also the sequel to The Glass Bear, which I also have. I haven't read it yet, but again, guys, I figured I might just pick up the sequel so I know if I like it, I can just get to the next one ASAP. And the last book that I got, haha, I'm so excited for this one, is The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. This is book 3 in the Mistborn trilogy. I had the first one. I'm still supposed to be butter reading this with Madison and Katie, but we just haven't been reading it, so it's gonna happen one day though. But the book 3 was on sale, and I figured it's like part of the same format, the same cover, so I figured I'd just pick up the third one. So now I'm just missing book 2, so really excited for it regardless. Okay, oh, where would I visit? Great, I'm still in that question still. Oh great. Okay, nothing scary. I feel like a lot of fictional worlds, like fantasy worlds, are just really scary, and I don't know if I can survive there. Like I would never want to visit the Crow Prince world, you know what I mean? Because first of all, I don't think I am diabolical enough to survive in that fairy court like Judas, because she's just like a badass, and I feel like I'm not a badass like that. So I don't know where I would visit. Ooh, maybe Strange the Dreamer world. I feel like that'd be kind of a cool world to visit as well, you know, now that they're more like acceptable for humans and whatnot. So maybe that one. Yeah, let's just stick with that one. So the next package that I got was from Loxa Media Group. This is like my Canadian book, and I love how they like gave it to me in this like grocery plastic bag. Anyways, this one is Burst of Fire by Susan Forrest. This one's supposed to be another fantasy, epic fantasy novel, and I saw this book a really long time ago, and I requested it a very long time ago, and they finally emailed me asking like, oh, do you still want it? And I was like, yes please. So I'm really excited for it. But yeah, because I requested it so long ago, I don't remember everything. It's a political fantasy, and that's all I know about it. So the next question is this your dog? What's their name? The dog that she's talking about, I'll post an image here, that's not my dog. I found that dog on the subway, and it was literally the cutest, fluffiest dog I have ever seen in my life, and it was like the happiest dog ever. So I have like a picture because I was like, I need this dog in my camera. So yeah, that's not my dog at all. I have no idea what the name of the dog is. I don't even know if it's a boy or girl. It literally, like, the dog was literally just sitting there on the subway, and that was it. So it's not my dog. The next book that I got was from A Bookish Wish, and that is The Bird King by G. William Wilson. I'm so excited, and thank you so much for sending this to me. This one has been on my TBR, or like Bookish Wish, for the longest time, and I've just been kind of hesitating about it because I haven't seen too many reviews about it, and I didn't know if it would be good or not. But she reached out and said that she had a copy, and if I liked a copy, and I was like, yes please. So thank you so much for sending this to me. This is supposed to be an epic journey set during the reign of the last Sultan in the Iberian Peninsula at the height of the Spanish Inquisition. Sounds so good. What's the next question? What do you do for work? Well, I actually just quit my work, so I don't do anything for work right now. But before, I was working for an investor relations firm. I was doing events for them, so I was doing the marketing for that event company. So that was basically my job during that time. And my industry was in shipping, which is like not the most fun industry, I feel like, but it's actually a very, like, it's a very, like, once you like are in that industry, you know everyone in the industry, I feel like. So that's basically what I did for the past like 5 years, and I decided to quit after 5 years, and now I am I don't have a job right now, so I'm kind of just chilling, taking a break. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So I don't have anything to do with work. But anyways, the next package that I got was actually from my Bookstagram friend Fallon. So thank you so much for sending these 2 books to me. I got The Girl in Red by Christina Henry. This is supposed to be a post-apocalyptic take on the Little Red Riding Hood, which I am so excited for. She said she loved this book, so I am so intrigued. And again, thank you so much for sending this to me. And I also got this one because apparently she didn't like it, but this one has been high on my radar, and that is The Never Tilting World by Rin Chupeco. This is supposed to be another young adult fantasy novel. It's supposed to hear Furyborn meets Mad Max, and I love both of them, so I feel like this would be perfect for me. But again, I've heard some mixed reviews because she DNF'd it and some people really love it, so I am kind of going in with some middle of the lane expectations because I don't really know what to expect at this point. So anyways, thank you so much for sending these 2 books to me. Now I'm going through my Instagram questions. The first one is a favorite K-pop group that's not BTS. So I've actually listened to K-pop for a very long time. I haven't listened to them for the past few years until recently again because I started as the BTS once again. But prior to that, my favorite were definitely Super Junior. Like, I love Super Junior. There's one song called Sorry Sorry, and I actually tried to dance to it, like learn the dance move to it. Didn't work out, guys. Like, I'm not a dancer. But yeah, so I was obsessed with them for a very long time. Like, you guys have no idea. I know all the members' name and know exactly what they do. I still know their names, and I feel like they're the ones that are closest to me in age because I want to say they're late 20s or something like that, and that's kind of the group that I grew up with. I also really like 2NE1. Like, they were the most badass female group, and I'm just so, like, I'm still really sad that they broke up. Like I don't even know, like, I feel like I know why, but at the same time, like, why did they break up? Because they were doing so well together and they were the height of their success too, and they just broke up. So I was really sad about that. Anyways, the next book that I got was from, oh, it's a book trade. Okay, I got this one, Eclipse the Skies by Maura Milan. This one I am so excited for. I read the first one, Like the Stars, recently, and I really enjoyed it. So when I saw that there was this book, the sequel, I was like so excited to pick it up. So thank you so much for trading this book with me. This one's supposed to be like a young adult sci-fi novel, and I'm not going to talk too much about this because this is a sequel. So anyways, and my next package is from another book trade. Yes. Oh yes, okay, so I actually read this book already, but I didn't own the physical copy, and that is Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. This is basically like a dark fantasy, follows 3 characters. There's all these like blood magic, god and goddess magic, and it was just really good. Like, I feel like I've heard some mixed reviews, but I love the first book, so I'm excited to have this in my collection now. So anyways, what is my next question? What's your favorite book genre? This one's so hard because I literally read all genres, but I would say maybe my favorite one would be fantasy. I feel like that's just like a really standard go-to for me. Like, sci-fi fantasy would probably be my favorite genre of all time. But if I want to be really like niche, then I would say mythology. Anything to do with mythology, oh my god, like, or mythical creatures, sign me up, guys. Those are like my favorite buzzwords. So I traded my, I believe it's the 9th house, and I got these 2 books. So I got Don't Call the Wolf by Alexandra Ross. So this is supposed to be inspired by the Polish fairy tale of the Glass Mountain, and it's a standalone fantasy, and it sounds so good. Like, oh my god, it's about shape-shifting queens, bone-chilling monsters, and delicious dark magic in this richly imagined YA fantasy debut. Also, look at this cover, it's like super pretty. And the next book that I got from this book trade is Into the Crooked Place by Alexandra Christo. Ever since I watched To Kill a Kingdom, I was obsessed with this author, and I saw that she had a new book coming out, and I saw this book available for trade, and I was like, yes, sign me up. I'm so excited for this one. Like, it's to the point that I don't even know what this book's about, but I saw it's by the same author, and she, at this point, is like a must buy for me, so I am so excited for this one. What is the next question? What's your current favorite song? Anything by BTS. Like, I really like Serendipity, I really like Euphoria. Like, I like all of their melodic songs, I want to say, but for like more like hip-hoppy, like upbeat music, I like Dope a lot. Fake Love is really good as well. Blood, Sweat and Tears, oh my god, that music video is just so good. So my next package is from, I think it's from Amazon. So I got The Traitor's Blade by Sebastian de Castell. This one I was intrigued. I feel like his author has been getting really like a lot of buzz recently, so super excited. It's like a fantasy book. Okay, next one that I have is from a book trade as well. So I got The Escape Room by Megan Golden. This is another mystery thriller novel. Not going to go too much into it. The next book that I got is Gods of Jade and Shadow by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. This one's supposed to be I want to say it's like a mythology that's based on, yeah, it's a dark fairy tale inspired by Mexican folklore. So that sounds really good. I've also heard so many good things about this book, so I'm so excited. Plus the cover is gorgeous. Like if I didn't trade this book, I would have got it from Book of the Month. So very excited for this one. Thank you so much for trading me for these 2 books. Next question, if the zombie apocalypse is possible, do you have a plan for survival? No, I will probably be the first one dead. Like, to be honest, I think my survival plan would just be like, I'm gonna hole up in my house and hope for the best. So the next book that I got also from Amazon is this book here, Serious Moonlight by Jenn Bennett. This is a contemporary romance and that's all I know about it. I have a number of her books by now. I haven't read any of them, but I don't think. I feel like I haven't read As Like Approximately or Star Eyes, and those are 2 books I also own by this author. I'm really hoping I like this author, guys. Now that I think about it, I own 3 of her books and I haven't read any one of them, but it's a contemporary romance. It's supposed to be really cute and I feel like that'll be perfect for the summer. I'm like all about the contemporary romances right now, so this book sounds really good. Next question, do you think the zombie apocalypse is possible? Oh, I think that question came first. No, I don't really think so. So the next package that I have is from another book trade, I believe. Yeah, it's from a book trade. And this one is, oh, I'm so excited for this one. Wilder Girls, guys, by Rory Power. I am so excited for this one. This one has, I've heard so many positive reviews. There's also a lot of trigger warnings, but for me, like, that's not really an issue for me, so I don't really care about that as much. But there is a lot of trigger warnings, and I believe the author actually includes all of them on her website, if I'm not mistaken. But I am so intrigued. It's supposed to do with, like, some sort of quarantine, and they're stuck in this school. I want to say it says Raxter School for Girls, and their bodies turn strange and foreign because of this weird disease, plague, something like that, and things happen from there. And I am so excited for this one, guys. How many books can you read in 17 days? That's a very specific question. Well, so far I've been reading a book a day, so maybe 17 books, to be honest. I feel like that is possible. So my next package that I got is from Penguin. Oh yes, I am so excited for this one. Okay, so I won this book, or I managed to get it, and that is Fireborn by Rosaria Munda. This is supposed to be a fantasy, a YA fantasy with dragons, and that's all I know, guys. All I care about. I was like, dragons, sign me up. Why did you decide to start your YouTube channel? So for those who don't know, I actually didn't want to start the YouTube channel. It was actually my friend's decision. She asked me if I wanted to start it with her because she knew that I was doing book blogging, and she wants to be a writer, and so she wanted to start this YouTube channel to kind of start like connecting with other book lovers, maybe some networking as well. And she asked me if I wanted to help her and start like co-start this with her, and I was like, you know what, like it'll be a good experience, be more creative, all that stuff. So that's why I started. But initially I was not the one who wanted to start this, because I feel like the idea of getting cameras, figuring out how to edit, like all that stuff is a huge learning curve, and I didn't know if I had the time for it. But with 2 people, I was like, you know what, we can divvy up the work and try to make that work. And so that's what we did. So I didn't actually start it, it was because of her. Anyway, the next book that I got is actually from another book trade, and that is The Winter Sister by Megan Collins. This one is a Book of the Month pick from up here, and I don't actually know too much about this book, to be honest, but I've seen some really good reviews about it, so I was really intrigued. I don't even know what genre it is. It says Secrets Between Sisters Are Sacred, Silence is Deadly. So maybe some sort of suspenseful mystery thriller novel. That's this one here. So anyways, yeah, that's basically why I started this YouTube channel. It wasn't my decision, but it was my friend's. Then for the tangent question, it was, how did you come up with the name Shouldn't Read? Also, it was by my friend. I did not actually come up with that name. My initial name, my suggestion was Books and Candle, because I love candles, but then we were thinking about how, like, if we were calling ourselves Books and Candle, then I feel like we would need to have candles like featured prominently, and I was like, I don't know if I have enough candles for that. So that was the reasons why we didn't go with that one. And then she came up with that one. I was like, oh, Shouldn't Read sounds like it'll be a really like attention grabbing name, you know what I mean? So she came up with the name, the channel name, and she came up with the idea, guys. Like, yeah, it's all her. So the next book that I got is another book trade, and that is Meet Me in Monaco by Hazel Gaynor and Heather Webb. This is a historical fiction novel, and I just like my historical fiction, and that's really all I know. Set in the 1950s in Cannes. I was even there too, so I feel like I should know the name of this freaking, like, how to pronounce this place. But yeah, it's supposed to be a historical fiction. It's supposed to be a romance and unforgettable wedding of this woman called Grace Kelly to Prince Rainier of Monaco. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Have you ever been surprised by how much you love a book you just read? Yes, especially so for A Court of Thorn and Roses series. Oh my god, you guys, like when I started reading that book, I was like, why did it take me this long to read? Like I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest, guys. Like I was an idiot apparently, because that series is just so good, and I'm going to try to pick up a novella soon, like ASAP. So the next book that I got, oh, it's from another, so this one I'm so excited for, guys. This is from a book trade as well. This is like a unicorn apparently, and I got Cryer's War by Nina Varela. I am so excited for this one. Like I think I heard this one discussed in Epic Reads Day, and I feel like it was someone's like favorite book, and after they were talking about it, I was like, sold. It sounds so good. It's supposed to be perfect for fans of Winter's Curse, Game of Thrones, and Westworld. So I love Game of Thrones, and like I said, that I didn't really like Westworld that much, but I like the concept of it, so that really stood out to me as well. And I just remember that this person said this is her favorite book of the entire year, so I was like, yes, so excited for this one. I'm like so excited to have this in my collection because everyone has actually been trying to get this copy, so I'm so excited to have a copy of it. Okay, I have a number of books here. The first one that I got is Natalie Tan's Book of Luck and Fortune by Rosalie Lim. This one, okay, so this one was like super talked about for a while, but I feel like after everyone read it, I've heard like mixed reviews, but it's also the Own Voices, and it's about like dumplings. I want to say, I feel like dumplings are a very big thing, like food in general, and I was like, a book about own voices and food, I feel like it's very relatable, so I was like, yes please. And the next book that I got is The Rest of the Story by Sarah Dessen. This is actually one of my favorite authors. Back in high school, I want to say I read like all her books, but the past few years I just don't know if she hasn't written any or if I just haven't like noticed any of her books, but this is the first book on my radar that I've heard from her in a while. So when I saw this book, I was really intrigued by it, and also on sale. And Sarah Dessen, guys, like, need I say more? I just know that it's some sort of like contemporary. I feel like she only writes contemporary, so that's all I know about this one. Then I also got Fake It Till You Break It by Jen P. Nguyen. It's supposed to be really good as well. I was hoping to get this from one of my friends, but she loved it too much and she's like, I can't part with this. So I was like, okay, I'll get a copy for myself. So I am here having this copy, and I'm so excited for it. This is also supposed to be like an Own Voices novel, and it's a contemporary romance. I'm all about that these days, so I'm super excited. So what's the next question? Top 3 favorite BTS members currently. Oh, this is super easy. First, my two biases will be Jimin and Jin. Those two, I feel like Jimin is definitely my favorite right now. Jin sometimes is my favorite as well. Like I feel like sometimes he beats Jimin, but for the most part it's definitely Jimin right now, I think. And then after that, oof, I don't know. I think it'll be RM. I feel like RM, yeah, I feel like it'll be him as well. Okay, so I'm finally reaching to my, oh my god, my suitcase packages now. So the next one that I got is from HarperCollins. This one is, oh, okay. I don't know how I feel about this one, to be honest, because I actually just DNF'd this book, but The Chestnut Man, guys, by Soren Sevstrup. I don't know, like I thought this would be like a murder mystery kind of novel, and it is, but I would say that it's really focusing on the police investigation aspect to it, and I got to like 100 pages and I still couldn't get into it, so I literally just DNF'd it and actually traded it away. So now I have the hardcover. Maybe I'll like give it away to someone. I think one of my friends will like it. Top 3 BTS songs currently. I would say that my top 3 favorite would probably be Blood, Sweat and Tears. Oh, I love Mic Drop. That was such, I listened to that music video like all the time, guys. It was so good. And then Serendipity or Euphoria. Yeah. Anyways, the next package that I got is from Penguin Random House, and this one is Novice Dragoneer by E.E. Knight, and this is an arc that will come out in November 2019. All I know is that it's a YA, and there's clearly dragons in here, so I am so excited for this one. Then my next question is most surprising book of 2019 for you? Actually kind of hard. The next book that I got is from a publicity agency, and that is Wild Savage Stars by Christina Perez. This is book 2 in the Sweet Black Wave series. I had the first one, haven't read it yet, but this is the sequel and I'm actually really excited for it. Okay guys, like all my stuff just died just now. My battery died for my camera and my memory card ran out of space, so And my camera was getting like super hot because I'm in the car right now. I have the AC turned on because it is so hot. So hopefully you guys don't hear that. But anyways, where am I? I think the last question that I got to was most surprising book of 2019 for you. And I'm on this book as well, which is Wild Savage Stars. This is book 2 of the Sweet Black Waves series. And all I know is that this has something to do with Tristan and Isolde. It's supposed to be like a retelling of that, basically. Other than that, I don't really know too much about it, but I'm really intrigued by this book. I haven't heard too much about the series in general, but it's a fantasy and I love my fantasy, so I'm really excited to dive into this one once I actually get to the first book. The most surprising book of 2019 so far, I will actually say maybe the Queen's Rising series by Rebecca Ross. I just feel like it's a series that is so underhyped, no one really talks about it, and I was just really surprised by how much I enjoyed it. Either that or The Breakdown by B.A. Paris. I feel like that book I read during my flight, and I finished that. It was like a 2.5–3 hour flight. I finished that during that entire ride there. It was amazing. I was like really shocked by how fast I read it. So I think because of that, it was my most surprising read as well, just because I didn't realize how much I was immersed into the book, like how quickly I was invested with it and how quickly I read it. So I think those two are the most like surprising books of 2019, just because I didn't expect myself to love it as much. The next question is most anticipated 2020 book currently. I have so many. First of all, there's the sequel Wicked Saints, which I am like so psyched for. There's also the sequel to White Stag, I believe. I think it comes out in 2020. That one's like so good. It's like goblins, it's like a fantasy. There is a trigger warning for rape though for the Goblin Society culture, so just be on the lookout for that. But I love that book so much. There's also the sequel to Crown of Feathers, which I am so excited for. What else? Yeah, those are the 3 that I am most anticipating as of right now. So the next package that I got was from Booksparts, and the first one is I Love You Like That by Heather Kumisky. Yeah, I think this is what it is. And I also got When the World Didn't End by Caroline Kaufman. This is a poetry book. Oh yeah, by the way, these 2 books as with this one are for my publicity agency. Well, not my publicity agency, but I'm part of the ambassador program, and this is part of the fall reading challenge, which by this time this video goes up, it should be out already. Like I'll have posted photos of all these books up there already, so definitely be on the lookout for that on my Bookstagram, which you should follow me if you haven't followed me already. Which also, I just reached 1K as well, which I am like super shocked by. So anyways, next question is favorite month/season of the year. Definitely fall. I love fall. I don't know if I have a favorite month, but maybe like September, you know, when it's like still warm to be summer, but it's starting to get like the fall weather. I feel like that would be my favorite month. And it's also the month right after my birthday, so it's like super close to my birthday as well. The next question is, what court would you like to live in? Spring, summer, autumn, or winter? Definitely not winter. I don't think I'm that cold. Not for winter. I don't like spring in general also, so I don't think I can do that. And I don't think I can do summer. Maybe autumn. Favorite character in Sorcery of Thrones? My favorite character in Sorcery of Thrones will actually be Silas. I love that little demon. Oh my god. And he turned into a cat too. I like, everyone likes Nathaniel, but I personally am all about Silas. Like I loved his like little quirkiness, his whole thing about like trying to make sure, oh, like your clothing has to be perfect, etc. It's just he's like the sweetest demon ever. I really liked him. He's my favorite character. So the next book that I got is from Penguin House, and this one is Unnatural Magic by C.M. Waggoner. This one comes out on November 2019. This cover is gorgeous, guys. You guys see this? It's so pretty. I think this one has some sort of like magic school involved here, and it talks about spells, and it follows a girl called Ona, and that she has incredible abilities writing spells faster than any other men in her village, but she's denied at a place in the Arcane Academy. Oh my god, this sounds really good. It's all about like feminism, there's magic involved, there's like sorcery, spells, and this cover, guys, look how pretty. I am so excited for this one. Thank you so much for sending this to me. Next question is, if you could only read one book over and over again for the rest of your life, which would you choose? That's like such a hard question. Yo, that's like the worst question ever. Because the thing is, I don't really reread books. It takes me a lot to reread the books, unless it's the books that I like absolutely adored or something like that, which for those who know, I don't really give 5 stars that easily. 5 stars for me are kind of rare, I feel, like, you know. So because of that, I don't know. This next book is from Thomas Nelson, and this one is Coral by Sarah Ella. This one is an ARC and it comes out in November 12th, 2019. And this one I requested it because there's mermaids, guys. Mermaids, anything to do with mythical creatures like dragons, phoenixes, mermaids, like these are books that I just really like, so I am so excited for this one. Best book you read in the last 3 months, and what is the worst book ever? A Court of Mist and Fury, guys. That was so good. Oh my god, like I was obsessed. Yeah, that was definitely the best book that I read in the past 3 months. I don't know why, I still don't know why it took me that long to read it, because I feel like I missed out on so much. Anyways, worst book that I read also recently as well, As Service Breaks, which I included that in my no disclaimer video, I think, as well as my unhaul video that I did recently, because that book was so bad. I just feel like the way how females were described, or like women, like the place of woman and woman, like roles of women, were just so bad in that book, and I don't know, I couldn't like deal with it. I just thought it was like a really bad book overall, and it was just Then the next book that I got is from Penguin Random House. Oh my god, this one is, I'm so excited. Look at this, look how beautiful this is. This is Frankly in Love, guys, which it came in this box, so I'm going to actually do a separate reading vlog on it, because I feel like this definitely deserves its own reading vlog. I decided that moving forward I'm going to do mostly dedicated books or series or some sort of themes, because the other ones I do are not doing that great, and reading vlogs actually take so much of my time and effort, so I'm going to try to downplay it a little bit and just focus on just specific books or series or just a specific genre or theme. So this is Frankly in Love, guys, and look how beautiful this is. Oh, this is the opposite way. Beautiful this is. Yes, yes. Okay, this is an ARC and it comes out in September, so I'm going to try to read this and do a reading vlog on this. Actually, I might start this today. Yeah, I think I'll start this book today because I am in the mood for some cutesy, and also this is supposed to be like a really good Own Voices novel, because it's about this American guy. His name is Frank, and he's Korean American, so he was born and raised in the US, but his parents are from Korea, and so he kind of was raised in 2 different cultures, one American culture and the other one Korean culture. And I guess with the Korean culture, his parents expect him to marry and date a good Korean girl, but he's attracted to this white girl, and so he ends up doing this like fake dating thing with a fellow Korean American. And of course the fake dating trope is very prominent in this one, and I am so excited. Like, it looks so cute. I've heard only good things about it, so excited for this one. Then the next question is a book you would bring on an island. One of the survival books, guys. I feel like that would be a really helpful book, and that's my Virgo self-talking, guys. I would definitely bring something that would be useful to me, so I'm not stuck on an island and trying to survive with no way of knowing how to survive. So the next book that I got also came from Random House as well. The Library of the Unwritten by A.J. Hackwith. This one is an ARC and it comes out on October 1st, 2019. This one is also a fantasy novel, and it's about librarians. Ever since I read Sorcery of Thrones, which is a really fantastic book, like I love that book to pieces, I have been obsessed with like libraries and fantasies. Like, also Stranger Dreamer has to do with libraries too, guys. Like, Lazo Strange works in a library, like, hello. Yes, so I'm really excited for this one. Oh, and there's like angels in here. How awesome is that? Anyways, next question. Book you would yeet into the ocean. Guys, I don't freaking know what I would yeet into the ocean. Also, I feel like I'm way too old to use that word. Also, to be perfectly honest, I don't even know what that word really means. So I feel like I'm just not a good person to ask that question. So next question. Do you like potatoes? Who asked me these weird questions? I know who, but I'm not gonna say who. Yes, I like potatoes, and if so, what's your favorite way to eat them? This is honestly like the weirdest question. The next package came also from Random House. I got Nameless Queen by Rebecca McLaughlin. This is an ARC and it comes out in January 7, 2020. And it has to do with fantasy, guys, as always. It's a magical tattoo. It's gifted to the last name spoken on a sovereign's dying breath, which is why Coin can't believe she has a tattoo, because she's nameless, a class of citizens so low in disrespect that they're not even deemed worthy of a name. And now she's thrust into a palace in a world where corridors are as dangerous as the streets, and the rules are all the more unknowable. Sounds really intriguing, so I'm really excited for this one. Then the next book that I got is also from the same package, and is Ash Lords by Scott Rainton. This one is another ARC, and this one comes out on January 21st, 2020. So this one is about, oh my god, gifted phoenix horses. I am sold, guys. It's a fantasy as well, and it's about phoenix horses where they're summoned back to life each sunrise and burst into flames each sunset. That is so cool. And they are into races as well, so they use them for battle and hunts and at the world-renowned races. This book sounds really cool. Anyways, the next question is favorite BTS era. That is so hard because, to be perfectly honest, the first time I realized about BTS was Dope. So I feel like that was maybe my favorite era, but then I feel like I didn't really listen to it too much back then. So I would say maybe the Blood, Sweat, Tears one. I think that one was a really good era as well. So the next package that I got is from Macmillan, and this one is Chilko's Journey by Heather Morse. So this one is the same author by the one who wrote The Tattooist of Auschwitz, which I really enjoy. It's like a intense love story of this guy who's a tattooist in Auschwitz and kind of like what he did to woo the girl that he loved and what he did to survive as well. And it was really good. Like, it was so talked about, and this is actually the sequel. I don't know if it's like a sequel or if it's just set around the same time period, because it's another World War II book set in 1942 where she's also in Auschwitz as well. So I don't know if this is a direct sequel, if there will be characters in this book that was in the first one, or if it's a companion novel of some sort, but I'm so excited for this one. Next question is most anticipated release for the rest of 2019. Queen of Nothing, guys. That was such an easy question. I really want to pre-order it, but the pre-order incentive are not that good for me. Like, I really like when there's like character cards or like a really cool bookmark, and not just like a regular bookmark, like a magnetic one or just something like really unique. But I think this time around that's not the case, so I've been kind of like, do I want to pre-order it, or if I just wait until it comes out like the day of? Anyway, the next book that I got is from the novel, and that is The Bone Houses by Emily Lloyd Jones. I've heard a lot of good things about this one, so I am intrigued. Next question is, if you could rewrite any book, which book would you choose? Oh, this is also an unboxing from Beacon Book Box, guys. Okay, so what was the question again? If I could rewrite any book, which book would you choose? As Surface Breaks, guys. I'm so sorry, I'm like shitting on that book right now, but it's like just not a good book. Anyway, the theme was Enchanted Endings, and it's called The Price, and the September's theme is The Price of Power. So I'm not gonna look too much into it because this is a spoiler card, but let's do a quick unboxing of this subscription box. So this is the beautiful dust jacket for Caraval. Look how beautiful this is, guys. Can you guys even see that? I hope you guys can see it. And what is this? Ren's Refreshing Lemonade. Ooh. Oh my god, I'm gonna go and drink this like right away. This looks like, this is like, I'm like so hot right now. This one is, let's see, it's designed by Little Berries. And then I got some cute stickers, and this one says, in the end there's only time for love, and this one says, the darker the sky, the brighter the stars. Super cute. And I got this really cute journal. It says, words were different when they lived inside of you. Look how beautiful that is. Anyways, this one is from Kitsterkronk. Oh, it's an Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe notebook. I don't know how I feel about that book, to be honest. And then, oh my god, look how beautiful the sleeve is. Oh, this is so pretty. Okay, and the book for this month is, dun, 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 dun. I knew it. The House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Cragg. This is why I didn't want to get it for my book of the month YA, because I knew this was going to be in this box. So I was like, I'm going to wait until I get a copy from here, which I'm so excited for. There's a signed author's note here. It is signed here. Oh, loving this, guys. This is gorgeous. There's also this recipe for a coffee cake, and oh, it's from Uprooted, which I have not read, so I should probably read that. Then I got a lip balm. See that? Okay, and this one is from Ash Princess, which I also don't have. So I think that's it. Honestly, for me, Beacon Book Box, what I'm most excited for is the book sleeve and the book, obviously. And then there's always like one or two items in here that's really good. Then there's a bunch of like random items that I honestly don't really care too much for. So like the journal is really cool, and this lemonade, which I am like dying of thirst right now. So I am gonna go and get some water as soon as possible. So I have two more packages. The first one is completely non-book related, but I got these really cool gel liners. I don't know if you can see it, but look how beautiful these are. My sister actually got me a bullet journal for my birthday, and it hasn't arrived yet, but I asked her for some highlighters and like gel liners, whatever. to start as well. I do have my original ones, so I can still use that as well, but I wanted some new ones, like more pastel colors, so I'm so excited for this one. Current favorite booktuber. I have so many, like honestly I have so many favorite booktubers. I love watching, like Reagan honestly is one of my favorite. I love watching her for her reading vlogs. I like her dog, to be honest, like super cute. I also really like Madison's video, obviously, and Katie's, and Sophie, and Parina. Like I just like Nikki's like reading vlogs are so aesthetically pleasing as well. Yeah, I have so many current favorite booktubers, but this one just arrived, came from Madison, and that is When We Left Cuba by Chanel Clayton. This is not book 2, but I feel like it's like a companion novel to Next Year in Havana, which I do have. Anyways, I'm really excited for this one, guys. Oh yeah, my birthday is tomorrow, so I feel like I'm getting older and older by the day, which is very sad. Anyways, thank you so much for sending this to me. This is a historical fiction, and it's set during the Cuban Revolution. I love my historical fiction, and she knows that. Anyways, this is the last book, and that was the last question. So anyways, that's all for this video. This video is like so long. I'm like really worried about editing it, but it's okay. Anyways, that's all I have to say for this video. Thank you so much for the 1K. Thank you so much for all sending me all the questions. Thank you so much for sending me all the books, guys, for the book trades, the publishers, Madison for sending me my birthday gift, and just so much other stuff. So anyways, that's all I have to say for this video. Let me know down below which book are you most highly anticipating. Which book do you want me to pick up the most? Because I'm trying to do more reading vlogs that are more dedicated on books. Let me know down below which book are you most interested in me doing a dedicated reading vlog to, or maybe even a review. Because I feel like I might want to do those more in the future again. I haven't really decided, to be honest. But yeah, let me know all that information down below. But as always, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe down below. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!